in 1848. Mexico signed a document that erased nearly half of its country. Overnight, millions of acres, mountains, deserts, gold-rich land, future cities like Los Angeles, Phoenix, and Las Vegas, gone. This wasn't just a war, it was a turning point that reshaped North America forever. And most people don't know what really happened. When Mexico won independence from Spain in 1821, it inherited a massive territory, from California to Texas to what is now Utah, Arizona, New Mexico, Nevada, and parts of Colorado. It was one of the largest nations in the world, but size doesn't equal strength. Mexico was politically unstable. Presidents came and went. Military coups were common. The economy was fragile, and then there was Texas. In the 1820s, Mexico allowed American settlers into Texas to help populate the region. But those settlers brought something Mexico had outlawed. Slavery, tensions grew. By 1836, Texas declared independence, and leading Mexican forces against them, a man who would shape Mexico's destiny and its downfall, Antonio López de Santa Anna. He had already been president multiple times. He would serve 11 times in total. Charismatic, ambitious, dramatic. He won battles. He lost battles. But when Texas defeated him at San Jacinto, everything changed. Texas became independent, and eventually it joined the United States. In 1845, a new president took office in the United States, James K. Polk. He believed in manifest destiny, the idea that the United States was destined by God to expand westward. From the Atlantic to the Pacific, Polk wanted California. He wanted New Mexico. He wanted the Pacific coastline, and he was willing to fight for it. A border dispute between Texas and Mexico became the spark. The U.S. claimed the border was the Rio Grande. Mexico said it was the Nueces River. When skirmishes broke out, Polk declared that American blood had been shed on American soil. And in 1846, the Mexican-American War began. The war was brutal. U.S. forces marched south. They captured California. They captured New Mexico. Then they invaded Mexico itself. In 1847, American troops entered Mexico City. Mexico's capital fell. Santa Anna, once again in power, couldn't stop the advance. Mexico was exhausted, financially broken, politically fractured, and facing occupation. The war wasn't just military defeat. It exposed how unstable the young Mexican Republic had become. While the U.S. had a functioning centralized government, Mexico was still fighting internal power struggles. The imbalance was devastating. On February 2, 1848, Mexico signed the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo. The terms were staggering. Mexico gave up California, Nevada, Utah, Arizona, New Mexico, and parts of Colorado and Wyoming, nearly 55% of its territory. In return, the United States paid $15 million. To put that in perspective, that land would later produce gold worth billions, oil, major cities, agricultural powerhouses. Mexico didn't just lose land, it lost its economic future. Families suddenly found themselves living in U.S. territory without moving an inch. Borders shifted. Identity shifted. History shifted. For the United States, this victory accelerated its rise as a continental power, but it also deepened internal conflict. The new territories reopened the explosive question. Would they allow slavery? The war indirectly fueled tensions that would lead to the Civil War. For Mexico, the loss left a psychological scar that still echoes today. It shaped national identity, foreign policy, and political memory. To many Mexicans, it was not just defeat. It was humiliation. But it also became a lesson, a warning about political instability, about leadership, about division. The night Mexico lost half its territory wasn't just about land. It was about power, ambition, expansion, and the fragile nature of young democracies. Borders or lines on a map, but behind every line are wars, leaders, decisions, and consequences that last for centuries. And in 1848, one signature changed the destiny of two nations. This is what really happened. Thanks for watching. If you found this story fascinating, please like and subscribe for more deep dives into history.